Hello my fellow pilots, and welcome again to another episode of Star Citizen FM, episode 66. Star Citizen FM is the longest running fan show in the verse, determined to bringing you up-to-date information on Star Citizen, the community, and anything else in the verse that might catch your fancy. Star Citizen FM is hosted by yours truly, Dr. Hawk, so join me as I go over some of the highlights of this week. Starting off this week's highlights is the reveal of the concept art for the M50. For those of you who aren't aware, the M50 is a very fast, agile ship determined to bringing you the best possible performance when it comes to racing, interdiction, and possibly combat if you choose to fit it otherwise. While not made particularly for fighting, you can choose so to outfit it, and it will guaranteed help you with your courier missions and racing. This ship is never a stranger to the Murray Cup, as the M50 is a dangerously fast ship with the ability to leave your opponents in the dust. Beneath the speed and danger is a marvel of engineering. So, if you're interested in checking out some of the pictures, you can find them in the comm link in the description below, as well as from some of the pictures above. The M50 looks to be a very fun ship to use. When we have more revealed from the racing module, I will happily go over what its capabilities are, its performance specs, and what we can expect from it once the M50 is released. There is no established time frame as to when we will have the M50, but stay tuned for when I do eventually go over a breakdown of it. Our other focus for this week's highlight is based on fan creations. Now previously we have seen fan creations in the forum section of the Star Citizen community forums, as well as in the next great starship, with one team, as we all know, making its way to the top, and its ship soon to be unveiled and released in the Star Citizen universe. We have some other ship designers who are working hard on their very own creations, the first which is of Kiwaz's Heavy Fighter. It does not yet have a name, but this thing is definitely a tank design. Heavy armor plating, 2 crew positions, and a complement of heavy armament guarantee that this ship will be something that many others will want to choose when trying to plow through the Vandal swarms. The next ship that we have is actually a sharp contrast to the previous, with Rand Hankigan's Ginkgo. Following a sleek design that looks inspired from a cross between a dragster and an F1 racer, this ship might give the M50 a run for its money, and possibly even the 350R. It's unknown if this would appear in-game, but it's definitely a ship that I'd want to see, given that its fancy red paint style is already evoking the idea of it going faster than the competition. And as everyone already knows, painting something red does guarantee that it will go faster. Following the theme of tanks and high-speed racers, we have another ship focused on stealth and maneuverability by backer Karana Matisse. This is a ship that's clearly inspired by stealth bombers, as you can see the inherent jagged edge designs that would be far effective in thwarting active radar scans. This is a ship that I'd certainly like to see in Star Citizen, as not a lot has been explained on stealth mechanics short of smaller radar signatures and the possibility that we will never have cloaking or active cloaking. Case will be seen if we end up using this ship, but in the meantime, be sure to check out Karana's work. And finally, we have our backer Casson, who has shown us the idea of what a recon ship in Star Citizen might look like. While I'm not particularly keen of scouting ahead enemy lines, as I'd much rather be shooting them, this is clearly a ship meant for those who would like to make a more subtler approach to combat and espionage. You can check out all of these backers' works on the comm link and in the description in the video below, and be sure to give each individual backer and artist their respective credit and give them a thumbs up for their hard work. It's amazing seeing the citizens come up with these kinds of ships, and it's even more amazing seeing the imagination of some of our backers. Our next topic is that of Arena Commander Patch 12.5. Now, a lot of us have been chomping at the bit, and previously in the episode I talked about how they're hard at work trying to diagnose the issue. Now, this article is focused solely on them trying to isolate and take out that rubber banding issue. As shown in the video above, they are currently working hard with a very colorful and very creative method for debugging the issue. As says the comlink, we've been dedicating a great deal of energy in pursuing so many different angles in the quest to fix rubber banding that we have gone beyond simply smashing the intended bugs. The process has helped us make dozens of improvements to Arena Commander, and we can confidently say that the next patch will greatly improve the dogfighting experience. This week we made a special concerted effort to improve the debugging experience so that this process will be easier in the future. Arena Commander now produces greater and more relevant debug information for our QA team. We've learned how to zero in on the current problem, and we've built the tools that we'll need to react more quickly next time. We've also focused on updating Arena Commander's physics and particularly how the game reports to the server on ship position. We have a video to this post showing the new debug mode. As you can see, our QA team now has a colorful graphical interface that indicates where and how things are going wrong. Note that there is a single ship in the video affected by the dreaded rubber banding bug with yellow and red trails, while others are working as intended. But the bigger story is that we're very close to a public Star Citizen 12.5 patch. The last round of fixes to the physics engine introduce an additional bug that we're wrapping up now, but instead of pushing out potentially patch late night, assuming the issue isn't resolved in the next few hours, we're opting to wait until early next week. That's because the most valuable part of this process is observing the impact of our updates in the wild. The rubber banding introduced in 12.4 is something we weren't able to see in our internal testing. It took the QA and the development teams watching your streams and talking with players around the world to identify and zero in on. If we patch over the weekend, we'll miss the most active backer testing period and have to play catch up on Monday. If all goes as planned, we'll launch 12.5 next week, and if it continues to survive contact with the 200,000 Star Citizen backers, then we can start to expand multiplayer access once again. Until then, thank you for your patience, and most importantly, your part in improving Arena Commander. It's not just your funding that makes Star Citizen possible, it's your involvement in the process. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, this means that the rest of us citizens can look forward to a rubber band free, or at least partially rubber band free, Arena Commander come next week. I look forward to providing more up-to-date videos on how to effectively fly your ship with Arena Commander tips and tricks. Our final news article is that of actually a silent video left to us by CIG detailing some of the areas that we'll be able to explore in Star Citizen. This isn't just the hangars, these are the areas that we'll be able to go, from buying guns, to buying parts for your ship, to just even landing. These are the different areas that we'll be able to interact in Star Citizen. Instead of spoiling what is presented, I'm actually going to leave you guys with this video to watch at your own leisure. So I've enjoyed producing this episode of Star Citizen FM for you guys. If you're interested in following me, you can do so on Facebook, Twitch, Patreon, and of course YouTube. Click on the fuzzy little hawk on the lower left hand corner if you enjoyed the video, and if you're not unsure about pledging, just bear in mind that think of it like a tip jar. You only have to do it if you think my presentation is worth it, and if you do, thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Star Citizen FM, and I look forward to broadcasting some footage related to patch 12.5. Until next time, this has been Dr. Hawk with Star Citizen FM. You all take care and fly safe.